Good morning, World Wide Web, and welcome to a full day of eating video 3 weeks out from the finish of my 90-day transformation challenge. I'll show you what we have for breakfast. Okay, see you there. So a couple weight loss tips that I'm sporadically going to spread throughout this video. Number one, get your steps in. I aim for 10,000 steps a day. I especially need to get my steps in because I have a very sedentary job. So if I don't go out and go for walks, I'm hitting 1,500 steps a day, which is not good, not healthy. So 10,000 steps is roughly about 5 miles. You can, obviously you can get that throughout your day if you have a busy job, but it adds up. 5 miles, about 100 calories per mile. It's 500 calories. So your steps alone, you can burn an additional 500 calories if you hit 10,000. Why not? Get your steps in. Here he is. Bubby, give me a high five. Thank you. All right, so while we get into breakfast, I'm going to tell you my tip number 2 for weight loss to look out for. Low calorie, 0 calorie sauces, 0 calorie seasonings. The seasonings I use, no calories. So a lot of things like salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. Just read the labels. It should say, I know that labels are deceiving those well because it can put 0 calories. I think if something's under 5 calories, don't quote me on exactly what it is, but they can get you. Like for example, I'm going to be using this butter spray. There's 0 calories for 1/4 a second of spray. So that's for that serving. If I use a 10-second spray 5 times, there's eventually going to be some calories in this because if you look at the ingredients, the first ingredient is soybean oil. Oil has calories. It's one of the most calorific type things. Just be mindful. That's the biggest thing that you can do. I'm a huge hot sauce lover. I love sriracha sauce. That's another thing that says 0 calories, but at one point there were 4 calories per, I think maybe 5 grams. So you're probably getting a little bit, but not enough to really break the bank. So hot sauces, 0 calorie seasonings, such as this Flavor God buttery cinnamon roll. There's no calories in it. I'm going to be making French toast. I'm going to use this, some cinnamon. This is not sugar, this is stevia. So there's no calories in that. And then I got some English coffee drops, no calories in this. Tip 3, what you cook with. Try to use the 0 calorie sprays. I don't use olive oil. 120 calories, I think, for a tablespoon of that. And what does it do for you? It doesn't fill you up when you're trying to lose weight. So yeah, I don't use olive oils. I use butter here and there. Definitely weigh that out. We are going to make blueberry French toast. What we got for our French toast: cooking spray, I'm using butter. I got sugar-free Maple Grove syrup. There are 5 calories per 30 milliliters. I'll probably use 2 servings of this. Top it off with 60 grams of blueberries. Gonna also top it off with some coconut whipped cream. We're gonna be using egg whites. No regular eggs because egg whites have less calories than regular eggs. 647 bread. This bread is so good. I get it from Aldi. There's 40 calories per slice. And this isn't Sara Lee low calorie bread. They're this big and they're this thin. This bread, it feels it's the size of a regular loaf of bread that you would get. The slices are, that size. So it's more bang for your buck in the calorie department. This meal is going to come out to 312 calories. Let's start cooking. It came to my attention recently that not everybody knows how to use a cooking skill. And that was from just a friend not really knowing like what zeroing out the cooking skill is. So I got my scale, I weigh out everything in this deficit. I have 3 weeks left of this challenge and I am 25 pounds down. Today is day 73 out of 90. You turn your scale on and we're going to be using grams right now. I'm gonna get my unit into grams. I'm going to set my plate. And then I'm going to zero my scale out. Every time you set something on there, you gotta zero it out so that it gets the actual weight. Our bread, we're going to be weighing it. Every little thing counts when you're in a deficit. So 1 slice of bread is 28 grams. Not every slice of bread that you're going to pull out of here is necessarily going to be 28 grams. So you might be actually getting like 10 extra calories in bread and you wouldn't even know it because you're not weighing it. For example, case in point, this it's actually back up there. That 1 slice of bread is 31 grams. It says 28 grams on the label, but it's actually 31 grams, so it's gonna be a little bit more. Not a ton more, but like those calories add up. I'm having 3 slices of bread. Also, I track through MyFitnessPal, in case anybody's wondering. Grab my bowl, zero my scale out again. And then I'm gonna zero it out one more time. We're gonna get 220 grams of egg whites in this bowl. I don't need my scale because my seasonings are calorie free. Gonna put in some of this buttery cinnamon roll, some cinnamon, a couple little splashes of some English toffee flavor drop, and we're gonna get down on a little bit of stevia. I'm gonna get my pan heated up. So we want it to be nice and hot. That was a very long spray of butter. There's probably some calories in it. Am I gonna worry about it? No. Have I lost weight? Yes. Now we are going to start dipping. What I like to do is I will put the first piece of bread in. Now flip it over, get it soaked in. And I'll do that a couple times. But I'll also add a little more topping as I go. And I cook each piece about 2 minutes per side. Okay, so we're coming back in, got our scale, got us zeroed out. We're going to put our beautiful French toast on that scale, boy. Zero it out, sugar-free syrup. We're gonna do 60 milliliters. So I'm gonna go to unit, hit that, and wait until I hit 60. Okay, then we're gonna go back to grams, zero that out, and hit this with some coconut whipped cream, about 14 grams. Lastly, we got our 60 grams of fresh washed blueberries. All right, let's give a taste test for the people at home. Okay, blueberry in that bite, a little bit of whipped cream. Tastes like any other French toast. Can't tell that you use just egg whites. Sugar-free stuff, I'm used to it, doesn't bother me. I can't tell a difference in that. Can't tell this is lower calorie bread. It tastes just as good as if you were to get it at the restaurant. I'm not tooting my own horn, like, I'm just saying, like, you can eat healthy food or lower calorie food and it can still be good. So that actually takes me to my next tip. Plan your day when it comes to food. Every morning, I sit down, I look at MyFitnessPal, the amount of calories that I have, 1,400 for the day, and I plan my meals out. You are so much more likely for success if you plan your day out as opposed to winging it. Meal prepping is great. If you have the time and you don't have to necessarily prep everything, and you can cook as you go, like if you work from home like me. Just make sure you have what you're eating for that day in MyFitnessPal so that you have a clear path and you're not scrambling, you know, trying to figure out what you want to eat, what you can eat, calculating things up while you're hungry and like you're losing your shit. So just plan ahead. It absolutely is a game changer. Another tip, I don't need to say too much about it. Stay hydrated. Make sure you drink lots of water. Not only will it keep you full, but the body's like a machine. A car needs gasoline. The body needs water. Just helps everything run that much better. So just drink your water. I'm gonna finish meal number 1 and I will catch you guys at meal number 2. So after I eat, the next thing I do is I grab my old fart pill case and I take my vitamins. Just a random tip, not necessarily a weight loss tip, but you do not need a bunch of supplements to lose weight. The only things that I take are fish oil, which there's 30 calories in 2 fish oil, so make sure you add that to MyFitnessPal. And then I also take a multivitamin and I take 2 creatine pills as well. That's all that I take. Don't waste your money on a bunch of supplements. Your diet is number 1. Your fitness routine will take the next tier. Supplements can fall into place if you want them to, but they are not a necessity. Let's go work out. Come on, Bobby. Let's go work out. So I'm going to consume this Bang energy drink, which has 0 calories in it. And today is Wednesday, so it is legs and abs for me. I am currently on a 6-day split. Just real quick before I start my cardio, I just want to share with you guys, in weight loss, it's the little things, it's the little victories, it's the small achievements that you have to take into consideration that are going to get you by. So the Stairmaster, when you turn it on, it always pops up what you did the day before. Whenever I hit start, it pops up with what my weight previously was. So it's saying 180. Now these go in 5-pound increments. So if I am 176, I still keep the level on 180 because I haven't hit 175 and have the privilege to go down in that yet. Well, this morning I woke up at 174. So you know what that means? I'm now officially down in the 175s on the Stairmaster. Let's go, baby! Oh, hey, meal number 2. 1 serving of low-fat cottage cheese, along with 8 grapes. Go on, get out of there. Half cup cottage cheese, around 52 grams of grapes. It's about 127 calories. Gonna get this in me, do a little bit more work. I'll catch you at meal 3. So just got out of the shower, gonna get ready to make meal number 3. A little bit of a physique update, I guess. I weighed in at 174.2 pounds this morning. not much of a poser, obviously. I got some marks on my body. The past 2 weeks have been incredibly stressful and hard. I went home to Pittsburgh a few weeks ago, and in the time spent home, I did some gardening for my parents, and I got a very, very severe case of poison ivy. And I'm like still, I don't know if you can like see the scars and I'm still recovering from it, basically, long story short, the past 2 weeks. And as you can tell, like I'm still itching a little bit. It has been so painful. It's been slow torture, but it has been rewarding in a weird way to say. Why, you ask? Because I have not missed one workout. Despite all of the pain that I was in and how uncomfortable and itchy I was, sweating, making it even worse. You know, you see in my video today, like I wear my knee bands because I have terrible knees. Wearing those, I get so itchy under there. But, you know, I wear it because it helps my performance. It hurts squatting if I don't have them on. Yes, these past 2 weeks have been very, very challenging, but I pushed through. I have not missed one workout in the past, what are we? We're about 9.5 weeks in, and it feels amazing. Like I actually am holding myself accountable, and my progress has been great. I've been working really hard. And despite the obstacles that have been put in my way, typically like I would come up with an excuse or a reason why I need to quit or I need to like binge eat. But I haven't. I've stayed strong despite some hardships throughout this journey with, you know, family coming in. That's a big challenge. Going home, having a death in the family and having to go home. And then the poison ivy outbreak, that was a challenge in itself. So like these past 74 days have been nothing short of a challenge and a struggle, but regardless, I'm still showing up for myself. That feels really good to say. I show up for everybody else, but I don't always show up for myself. So, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I've lost 25 pounds and this is just really awesome. I've struggled with my weight I've struggled with my weight my entire life, but the past, I don't know, like 2-3 years have just been really hard. I've been doing everything in my power to climb back up, but I just kept falling, and I'm finally climbing, and that is so awesome. So believe in yourself. That's like, seriously, just believe in yourself, because you can absolutely do whatever you set your mind to, and you deserve that. You deserve to have the things that you truly want. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to love yourself, and you deserve to know your worth and to know that it's, more than what you look like in the mirror. But if that affects your mental, your mentality and your mental wellness, then you have to do something about it and make yourself feel better by working for yourself and working towards the things that make you feel better about yourself. Anyways, I'm starving. Let's go eat. We love food. Carbs, to be exact. Oh, well, come with us. All right, so for meal 3, we're going to have 2 meatball panini presses. Low carb tortillas. There are 60 calories per tortilla. You can find some really good alternative, like low calorie options for bread, tortillas. I also really like to have meatballs. They are, frozen meatballs. They're a quick source of protein. You can literally zap these things in the microwave, and in 2 minutes, they're ready. I was on a quest to find the lowest calorie meatball that I could possibly find. So obviously turkey is going to be your best bet for the lower cal. And I found some, sorry, the bag is all ripped. These are Farm Rich flame broiled turkey meatballs, if you can see the package. And they are 120 calories for 88 grams. Pizza sauce is pretty low in calories. So there is, for one serving, so a fourth a cup of this, it's 30 calories. So I have 2 servings of this. I go with some mozzarella cheese. There is 80 calories for 28 grams. There's nothing special about this where it's lower calorie. You can absolutely get lower calorie cheese. It's a lot lower calorie. However, you start really getting into, is this cheese or is this plastic? Which this is already kind of probably borderlining it for some people, but like the lower calorie that you go with some of these, like the Kraft, kind of feels like it's plastic. Sriracha sauce, this is like my all-time favorite. I literally put this on everything. One of my favorite things to prep. I love sauteed peppers and onions. So this week on the paninis, I'm putting onions and green peppers. And if you can see in the background, she's a beaut. That's my little baby panini press going to weigh my tortillas, because despite the amount that it says that they weigh, they might not, so it might be a little bit extra calories. 60 grams of sauce. Going with 97 grams of meatballs, that's 7 meatballs. I like to cut them up and distribute them throughout my tortilla. All right, zeroed it out, put my cheese on, zero it back out. I'm going with 28 grams of cheese. Then I'm gonna do my onions and peppers this way. Make sure you take off the lid, because that's for obvious reasons. I set it down and I'm going to zero out. First, I'm gonna just take from the onion side, so it tells me how many grams of onions I get. Then I'll zero it out, take from the green pepper side. It'll give me how many grams of green peppers I take. Going for 30 grams of onion, and then I'm gonna go for 20 grams of peppers. It is good to leave yourself a little bit of wiggle room too when you calculate your meals out, just in case, like for example, the cheese, I said I wanted 28 grams for the day, but I ended up using 27 on there. The peppers, I wanted 20, I ended up using 23. So it kind of like maneuvers a little bit throughout the day, and you fall into place at the end to make sure that you're still in your deficit. I don't put the sauce inside of the tortilla. I just heat it up on the side in the microwave to prevent a mess. It's nice because the cheese is like the glue, and the sauce sometimes can make things come undone. Therefore, I just dip it on the side. And we're gonna fold. I got my little baby paninis folded. And I'm gonna press down and wait a couple minutes. Okay, 2 meatball panini presses. That is 369 calories. This meal is so simple and I love it. It's easy, it's quick, and it's delicious. Anything that somewhat resembles the taste of like pizza, sauce, cheese, toppings on some type of carbohydrate, I'm all for. I got half a Diet Mountain Dew that I had in the fridge. Another tip, don't drink your calories. Carbonated, 0-calorie beverages are the way to go. Taste test for the people. Gonna do some sauce. Top it with a little bit of sriracha. Cheers. I just want to reiterate again how much I love pizza. Your food when you're on a diet or a deficit, cutting calories, whatever, it does not have to be boring. Take the things that you love and try to take them to a different level where you can still eat them in a different form. You still get those flavors, but you're not getting the calories that come with it. Like, this is a lifesaver. Sauce, cheese, some type of carb that it's wrapped in, and I'm completely content. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing pizza. And I do still eat pizza, but you know, this is a better alternative when I'm trying to lose weight. All right, I got my fourth and final meal of the day, and it is a Pittsburgh chicken salad. Now, what makes this a Pittsburgh chicken salad? I'm from Pittsburgh. We put fries on our salad. We put fries on our sandwich. So, I mean, yeah, you can be in a cutting phase and still have fries and lose weight. It's fantastic. I got a little bit of some Boathouse Ranch on top, and I put sriracha on it, aside from liking it because it's spicy. It also helps I basically use less ranch because of the extra condiment that has 0 calories in it that's on it. I'm going to have it with a Diet Coke. This last meal here is around 550 calories. That is putting me a little bit over 1,400 calories. Now my goal is 1,400 calories per day. However, I went a little bit over today, and that leads me to my last tip. Do what your body feels. That's probably the best piece of advice. I have this all or nothing mentality, which I'm sure a lot of other people have. And if I go over the slightest bit or I mess up the slightest bit, I've automatically failed, and that is not true. When you're just losing weight and you're doing it in a healthy way, every day is going to be different. And there are some days that you are hungrier than others. I'm not saying to binge out and eat like an extra 1,000 calories, but if you go over maybe 100 or 2 calories, that's okay. And you know, if you can get an extra walk in, do that, and it will basically just like kind of level you out. But like I said, there are definitely going to be days where it's just different. Just do what your body feels, listen to yourself, be kind to yourself. Those are definitely important things. I'm just trying to be a positive voice in a very crowded room in this community. I'm just here to cheer you on and be maybe a light at the end of the tunnel for some people, because I know what the struggle is. I've experienced it myself, and I'm just here to tell you, keep going, and these are some things that worked for me. So I hope that you guys liked the video. Please subscribe, share, like. Any support at all is very much so appreciated. This was my full day of eating at 1,400 calories, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.